today's episode I'm going to be talking about handles for digital SLRs and small camcorders. When you're filming skateboarding and you're trying to get those close-up fisheye shots or follow filming lines and stuff like that, like you always see in skate videos, if you're using one of these small cameras, it's going to be a lot easier to control if you have some kind of handle to hold it by. Now there's a ton of handles available out there, tons of options, but today I'm just going to focus on 3 that are particularly good for filming skateboarding. So the first handle I want to talk about today is by Camcorders. These are really good handles. I've used them myself. They come on their own or as part of a box set kit. And the box set includes all kinds of adapters to attach anything you could ever want to attach to a camera rig. But if you do get the camera on its own, I definitely recommend making sure you have one of these pieces. They attach to the shoe of the camera, and that way you've got secure from the bottom and the top, and it's a little bit more solid to hold. It doesn't have this kind of movement going on. But yeah, these are great handles. They're really affordable, lightweight, and they fit pretty much any small camcorder or digital SLR camera. So another option is a DIY build your own rig, kind of like this one. And this can be the cheapest option, or it can be useful if you're trying to build something custom or something specific. Like I built this a few months ago when I wanted to try and do some follow filming at nighttime with 4 LED lights on top. A little excessive, I know, but I wanted to have 2 lights facing forward and 2 on the outside facing slightly out at angles. That way it covered the edges of the frame a little bit more with a fisheye at nighttime. So that was what this crazy contraption was built for. It cost about $40 from hardware store, most of it, except for a couple of hot shoe pieces which were like $7 each from camera stores. But yeah, if you're a little bit handy, you can build yourself one of these guys for pretty cheap. It's a little bit of a funky contraption, but it does flat pack, and it served me pretty good for a while. And the third option I want to talk about is the easy handle. This one's a little bit more high-end. It's a very solid design by Jason Hernandez actually, and his dad Carlos. His dad's a bit of a master craftsman, and together they test and build prototypes and try and meticulously improve the design. This one's version 2 of the handle. It actually comes in a little lower to the camera. Another cool thing about it is it has one tool that simply adjusts all the bolts so you can make the handle different heights for different cameras, or flat pack it quite quickly. The thing that I like about it the most is once you have your camera mounted in there, it feels really solid, like it's all one camera, and a lot less like an odd contraption. That's the difficulty with these small cameras and digital SLR rigs. When you put them in a handle, it's kind of an odd shape, an odd design. So this feels like one solid piece, and it's nicely weighted, nicely balanced. And the other thing that they're actually developing as well is weights that you can balance out your camera perfectly depending on what model of camera you have. So if you have a 5D or a 7D or a GH2, I think they're developing specific weights that can counterbalance it even more perfectly. But even as it is, I don't even have the special weights on it right now, and it feels really solid, good to use. It's something I'm glad to have in my camera bag these days. So that's just 3 options of handles that I recommend for using when you're filming skateboarding with a small camera or digital SLR. Beware of imitations, because Camcorders and Easy Handle have both had their designs poached by large companies that are probably going to cut corners on design. These guys are smaller companies. They have a passion for what they do. They have great customer service, so support the little guy if you can. And hopefully some of this information helps you get out there and get steadier shots with your small cameras.